You want to be on the mountain rescue team? You have to be fearless. If you hesitate for 10 seconds because you're scared, that could be the difference between saving someone and them getting frostbite and dying.
Okay.
I have a plan to make you brave. Classical conditioning. I knew my psychology A-level would come in handy.
What's classical conditioning?
I'm going to show you pictures of your biggest fears. But every time I do, I'll give you something you love. What's your favorite fruit?
I'm really enjoying grapes at the moment.
Well. Grape it is. I'll show you a picture of something scary and then feed you a grape. Because the feeling of eating the grape is so pleasant, you'll start to associate those feelings of happiness with the scary things. And soon, when you see a scary thing, you won't be fazed by it. In fact, you'll enjoy it.
Brilliant.
Okay, let's see. Let's start with this.
Ah! A snake!
Shh. Have this grape. Calm down. It's all okay. Now, spider!
No!
Another grape for you, sir. Now, bullies.
That's horrible! Why would you bring them up?
One more grape. Now, the real test. Let's see if it's actually worked. Roller coasters!
Oh, yeah. No, I love roller coasters.
I'm a genius. It worked. You're cute.
I don't know if I am. I loved roller coasters before we did this whole weird thing.
Oh, well, let's try another just to be sure. What about falling? Oh, 999. It didn't work. Grape?
No!
What do you mean, no?
No!
Uh-oh, I think it was backfired and I have conditioned him to be terrified of grapes. Maybe you should try and calm your fears with the Bible instead.
Good idea. We're talking about Gideon this term, and before we watch a budget Bible bits of the first part of his passage, I want to see if you can remember the context of what's going on, Martin. Can you remember what I told you yesterday?
I will try my best. So, the fairy lights...
Israelites.
Oh, yeah. The Israelites, God's people, were doing evil stuff, and so God stopped protecting them for a bit.
That used to be the deal. Follow God, be protected. Do evil stuff, he'll leave you to the consequences.
All right, so some bad guys called the Marmites or something.
Midianites.
Oh, yeah, that's it. The Midianites used to attack them. They'd wait for the Israelites to plant crops and make food, and then they'd sneak up in and beat them up and take all their food.
And they were really horrible to them. It's like if every time you went into McDonald's to get some chicken nuggets, you walked out the door with them and there's someone waiting by the door who gives you a slap and takes your chicken nuggets.
So, eventually, the fairy lights...
Israelites, God's people.
Israelites called out to God for help, and he decided for some reason to use the biggest coward of them all to save them.
And his name is Gideon. Let's have a watch.
Budget Bible Bits!
Then the angel of the Lord came and sat beneath the great tree at Ophrah, which belonged to Joash of the clan of Abiezer. Gideon, son of Joash, was threshing wheat at the bottom of a winepress to hide the grain from the Midianites. The angel of the Lord appeared to him and said,
Mighty hero, the Lord is with you.
Sir,
Gideon replied,
if the Lord is with us, why has all this happened to us? And where are all the miracles our ancestors told us about? Didn't they say the Lord brought us up out of Egypt? But now the Lord has abandoned us and handed us over to the Midianites.
Then the Lord turned to him and said,
Go with the strength you have and rescue Israel from the Midianites. I am sending you.
But Lord,
Gideon replied,
how can I rescue Israel? My clan is the weakest in the whole tribe of Manasseh. And I'm the least in my entire family.
The Lord said to him,
I will be with you, and you will destroy the Midianites as if you were fighting against one man.
Okay, so God said that Gideon would destroy the Midianites. He'd destroy the very things that his people, the Israelites, were afraid of. But how?
Did you notice one very key thing that God said? He said that he would be with Gideon.
Oh, so it wouldn't really be Gideon fighting the battle, but God. Yeah?
Yes, like in The Lion King, right? When the hyenas are surrounding Simba and he roars, "Arr!" a pathetic little roar comes out and they're all laughing, all the hyenas. But then he roars again. Ah! And it's a huge, terrifying roar. But it turns out it's actually his dad behind him roaring, and the dad chases the hyenas away. That's what our worries are like when they are up against the strength and power of God. The worries turn around and run in the other direction because God is huge and powerful.
Oh, so how you are going to destroy your newfound fear of grapes?
Ah! Oh, sorry. Even the word scares me now. Well, I know. How about we put the grapes in our very own wine press, like the place that Gideon was hiding in when we first met him. And then we can step on them, like they do with actual wine, and crush them to represent the size of God compared to our little fears. That he takes our fears and he squashes them under his feet, just like a grape.
That is a brilliant idea!
All right, here we go. I've got my fears. Look how small they are. Tiny, tiny little fears. But they feel pretty big to me. We're going to throw them down, and then, of course, we're going to squash them!
Yeah, take that! How'd you like that, fears? Oh yeah, get in between my toes. Yeah, squish, squish, squish. This is God stamping on all our fears and worries. Ooh, that one's in between. Let me finish him off.
Oh, it worked! I'm not scared of grapes anymore. And I can remember whenever I get scared about anything that just like Gideon, God is with me, and he's much bigger than my puny little fears.
I'm sure you'll think of that whenever you have a grape now. Speaking of which, we're not going to let those grapes go to waste, are you?
What? These ones? Yeah, be my guest.
Thank you. Oh, yummy, yummy. The delicious grape juice. A bit of a hint of cheese, though.